Welcome back, guys, to another video brought to you by your one and only literary pharaoh. I'm on the road to work this morning, and you guys know how I usually do. My videos are done in the car. I'm a family man. I have a wife and 3 kids, and there's no way in hell that I'm going to be able to do videos at home. And I prefer to do it in my car anyway, because I don't want all the background noise of kids talking, kids playing, running around, screaming to interrupt the stream. So I'd rather do it in the confines of my vehicle while I'm driving to work. I have a lot on my mind. I could be a little bit scatterbrained, but I do applaud those that stay with me when I'm talking. And I know sometimes I can get off on a tangent, and I don't have notes. I don't have a outline. I just speak. And a lot of the times as I'm talking, I'll get another revelation in my brain, and I'll just say what I'm thinking at the time. Usually there's no flow or sequence, but in summary, you get the gist of what I'm talking about. Just the other day, yesterday, I believe I uploaded a video about chemtrails, and I was talking about geoengineering, about the things that they're dumping on us, and how it's been somehow made possible by the lies that are purported out there, that's saying that things like that or things as such are condensation, and we know that not to be true. The world we live in today it's complex, but it's not complex. It's made complex because that's a mechanism to drive confusion. There are a lot of proverbial sayings, symbolic utterances, and things that are said that people think originated from the Bible. Like, you hear terms like Satan is the god of confusion. Well, confusion is something that's not conducive to good mental health. If somebody is confused, that's not going to bode well for them. Confusion increases anxiety. Confusion actually induces fear, because when you're confused about something for so long, it starts to actually plant the seeds of fear inside your emotional concept and your emotional construct. So you start to actually envelop and develop fear, and fear becomes the norm of your life, hence therefore in due time subsequently causing mental dis-ease within your psychology. And what I see happening in the world is a very simple basic rule and a very, very simple basic principle that's governed reality since the beginning of time. It's a dog eats dog world. And what I mean by that is that you're always going to have 2 constructs or 2 things that operate. You have prey and you have predator. Sometimes the predator can become the prey, and sometimes the prey can become the predator. The point that I'm making is that everything that's alive consumes something else to sustain itself. And that thing that's being consumed also consumes something else to sustain itself, so it can be food for the other thing that eats it. Follow that sequence for a second. People who eat burgers, cow meat. Well, cows eat grass. Grass is a living thing, but grass also consumes organic and inorganic material in order to sustain itself from the microbiome of the soil. Everything, even from a micro perspective, microbiome, things you can't see with the naked eye. You'll have to use some sort of apparatus to see those things. Things are consistently eating something, and everything is consistently being eaten. Now, you may ask yourself the question, well, the human race, man is supposed to be at the top of the food chain. Well, it depends on how you're looking at the top of the food chain. If your perspective about the top of the food chain is based upon, just eating, then you can say man is the top of the food chain. But in terms of a more vast, a more panoramic insertion, in terms of how you view the top of the food chain, you can be consumed informationally as well. You can be misinformed. You could be confused. You can be made to look like an idiot. And the controllers and I'm going to continually use that term. And you may ask the question, who are the controllers? I don't know who they are. If I knew who they were, I can tell you. But there are controllers. There's no system that doesn't have controllers. Even, again, I say always go back to what you already understand. Go back to what you already know. You know that in your own house, in your own home, you may control the way things go because you have a system in your house and you want it to function a certain way. You are the controller of your house. I'm just using that for an example. In this bigger, wider system, this whole planet Earth, you can't just think that, oh, it's just governments in different countries and da-da-da-da. That's what controls things. No, there's a controller of the governments because the governments are part of the system. See, if you control something, you have to be outside the system to control it. Just like if you're playing a PS5 game or an Xbox game, you're not in the game, you're controlling the game, you're outside the game. So the controllers are outside of our realm. And I'm going to use the term, the buzzword that drives people crazy because people don't want to believe that there's such things called extraterrestrials. They want to believe that, hey, it's just human beings on Earth and animals and that's it. Wake up, people. There are more life forms than just the human race. Whoever when I say controllers, they are extraterrestrial in origin. Okay? Their beginnings is from another planet. So even when you have human beings here that seem as if they are the controllers, they are being controlled by an entity or entities or a group of entities that are not from this planet, that are outside this dimension, that are outside this star system. But these entities that can function outside of this star system have the technology and also have the technological advancements to insert themselves into our dimension, okay, cloaked in some type of device, or they can be cloaked and look like they're human, whereas internally they're not human, and they can insert their influence on the human race and use the human race as puppets to govern the system. So it's sort of like facilitating. Facilitators don't necessarily have to do it all. They just delegate. They just say, hey, you go here, you go there, you go here, you do this, you do this. But the source of the system, the blueprint of the system, the infrastructure of the system comes from an extraterrestrial source or from an extraterrestrial mind. Human beings are not that smart to devise a system to control themselves. Now, we all love to use money as the excuse to say, well, it's about money. The people who are rich, that's child's play. That's surface shit. Everybody, that's nothing. The money is just a mechanism is another controlling apparatus to control the movements of human beings, which puts us in a position of being wage slaves. We understand that, but from a much deeper level, the whole system is based from an extraterrestrial origin, alien origin. Not the alien stuff that you see on television, not the goo and the slime and the monster. I'm not talking about those type of aliens. I'm talking about intelligent beings, highly advanced beings that look like us. The look of them is not the point. You guys are so inundated by Hollywood and brainwashed by Hollywood that whenever you hear the term extraterrestrial or you hear the word alien, the minute you go to some childhood movie that you watched about aliens, and you think that, oh, that's what this guy's talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. That's part of indoctrination too. Hollywood is used to shift the minds of the people. Again, I've said this before. Look at my past videos. An alien is just simply a person that's not from your terrain. That's why they call it extraterrestrial. X means out of. Terrain means land. So extraterrestrial, terrestrial means somebody that's originally outside of your space. So when they insert themselves into your space or violate the laws of physics and enter your space, they are considered foreign or alien to your space. That's where you get the term alien. Get this concept out of your brain that an alien has to be something walking around with 50 legs and looking like a monster. This is not the movie Alien, folks. Get that out of your damn head. There are aliens walking around amongst us that looks just like us. That's why in the Bible you would hear about, it talks about angels walking amongst us, but there's no such thing as angels. That's just a freaking lie. Those angels are extraterrestrial beings that look like humans. It says you may be entertaining angels unaware. You're entertaining extraterrestrials not knowing that they're aliens. They could act like humans and dumb down their ability to show themselves off as being more advanced than you. All right? Is the sheep in wolf's clothing, or the wolf in sheep's clothing, rather? Oh no, the wolf in sheep's clothing, because internally they are extraterrestrials, but they've governed and cloaked themselves as humans. How it's done, I don't know how it's done, because they have advancements that are far beyond our capacity to even comprehend it. We can't even comprehend it. There's no science, there's no subject or mode in the vein of academia that can expose us to the type of technology that they have, because we've never been exposed to it. How can you learn something that you've never been exposed to? How can you acknowledge and learn and comprehend the unknown? You can't. You can't. It's impossible. It's like chasing the wind. It's a futile attempt. Wow. Some people don't know how to park, huh? Can't even see. Yeah, so yeah. And the system is made to be complex. So information is used as a weapon. You weaponize information to control the minds of the people. Because if you can misinform people and feed people lies, just enough lies to control them, then you have them where you need them. All right? Well, that's my spiel for today. I'm just parked. I'm at work. You guys have a wonderful day. Again, remember that your health is your wealth. I love you guys. Make sure you take care of your mental health. Your mental health is very key. Your body is very key. If you don't have those things, you have nothing. All right, peace. Love you guys. Take care. Until next time.